What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. And today, got a new review for you guys, and we're gonna do a quick one of the Musalini and 9th Wonder album, The Dawn and I. Now, legendary producer 9th Wonder has teamed up with New York rapper The Musalini for a Jamla Records release. Now, look, for those who don't know, 9th Wonder is my favorite producer in hip hop of all time. You know, we think back to his work in the group Little Brother, to his current artists on his Jamla Records label like GQ, Ruben Vincent, and of course Rhapsody. He's highly respected for a reason. How he samples soul and creates the smoothest, like boom bap beats. Like, I honestly think no one does it better than him. I think the last time 9th Wonder did a full album with the artist, I want to say is his album with Merce, The Iliad is Dead and The Odyssey is Over, which was like my favorite album that year. It was either 2019 or 2020, I can't remember which year. That was like my favorite rap album of the year, where 9th Wonder locked in with Merce again. These guys have collabed a lot. But it was cool to see that 9th Wonder was doing this again with a different artist. And the Musalini is somebody that, this is my intro to him. So I was curious to know how he would sound over what I already knew was gonna be great production. And saying that the Musalini fit over 9th Wonder production well is an understatement. Like, this was a perfect combination. And the Musalini, from what I've heard on this album, is a smooth lyricist with a unique voice. And his like really slick, suave demeanor was literally perfect for the beats that 9th Wonder gave him. And it was interesting because like 9th Wonder did nothing different than what he already does. And sometimes we see when a producer locks in with the artist, they might kind of change up how they produce to fit them, but there was no fine tuning or change up needed. 9th Wonder did what he already was comfortable doing, and Musalini was the perfect guy on this record. And this is interesting. We're gonna dive into some tracks pretty quickly, but on this album, it's like Musalini is like a pimp in a sense, like rapping about the hustle and his women and different things. And we even get a lot of snippets throughout this album on these 11 tracks of different pimps like being interviewed or like talking to their women and you know, just kind of talking about what they do and how they operate. And I don't think I've ever heard an album like this in terms of that type of concept, but it was pretty interesting, I can't lie. But let's dive into some tracks on here. There honestly weren't any bad tracks. Like this is one of the best albums I've heard thus far. And I gotta stop saying this because the year just started, but we're already getting some dope projects. To start though, I want to speak on the features. Like all the features that were on this album were so dope, and it kicks off great with the song Summer League that features Planet Asia. I don't know what 9th Wonder sampled on this beat, but it's so bouncy, man. Like you can't help but just do this the whole time. And Musalini comes in with his smooth raps to start it off, but when he hands it off to Planet Asia said, "Get out the way, like I got it from here, like I'm gonna take us there." And he delivered a dope verse. 38 Spesh was also dope. He was also on the album I just reviewed, Chez Noir's album. And he sounded really dope on the song Don Music. I'm not aware of the artists Izzy, Hott, and Ice Lord, but they both delivered standout verses on the songs Tunnel Vision and Miami Vice as well. And the final cut on here, Sincerely, features King Draft and Swank of Jamla as well. And if you guys didn't see my King Draft and Swank review from the end of last year, definitely check that out. But yeah, the concept and the things that the Musalini raps about are pretty much the same on here, but just the way he delivers it, I've never heard a voice like this. I've never heard a smooth artist like this. I think the only person I can really think of that you know, would fit over something like this or would sound like this is maybe a Rock Marciano, for example. And it's it's pretty fitting because his content sometimes is very similar, like those like pimp type of raps, those like smooth, like suave raps. So like it makes sense that that's kind of who I would compare him to and how he sounds. But yeah, the songs on here were great. Like some of my favorites include Summer League. Cat Daddy was also really dope. Just the way that 9th Wonder was, you know, adding vocal chops into these soulful samples, it was perfect behind Musalini's raps. The same can be said for the song Sunchild, which is another favorite of mine, which has very little to no drums at times, but the sample carries it. Sometimes a sample is just so smooth, like it's just so perfect that drums might just mess it up. And I'm glad Ninth Wonder didn't really do much to that, because it came out as a really dope track. But listen, like I said, it's not much to get into here, but this album is great. It's pretty consistent in terms of the concept, the sound. Ninth Wonder delivers on some very bouncy, smooth, boom bap type production. And I gotta check out what the Musalini is doing. Like I saw that he had a lot of projects prior to this. He dropped a few in 2021 as well. So I'm definitely gonna be checking his catalog out. But man, these two made a perfect combo, and I do hope this isn't the last album we get from the two of them together. It's projects like this, like I said, that just prove why Ninth Wonder is my favorite producer. Like just his attention to detail into these samples and just chopping them in ways that you may not think, or like his ear for it is just different. And that's why he's the greatest in this genre to me. And for that reason, I'm gonna give this project a 9 out of 10. So what'd you guys think of this new The Musalini 9th Wonder collab album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite tracks? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Got more videos coming for you. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jason. This has been my take, and I'll see you next time.